Sorry, Judge. There was a mix-up in the calendar. I don't like to mess up on the easy things.
Particularly not in this type of case.
Well, any case.
Any case. You're right. Any case.
Here's Stevens.
Good afternoon, Judge. Jay Patel and Tim Shaw on behalf of Jerish Stevens. Judge, we're here on a pretrial conference date. As the court can recall, there was an issue with FDLE specimens, rather DNA specimens that were not sent to FDLE, and they sent those off in December. I got those back. They rushed them, and I got them back like 3 weeks ago, which is great. So where we're at now is we need to complete the few depositions that are remaining for people that didn't show, and then we'll start a little bit of motion practice. And if we have to get to trial, we're probably looking at a trial July, August.
So what I would ask, if anticipating you got your depositions that'll be done over the next cycle, try and figure out, at least get your motions filed. We don't have to hear them between now and the next one, but let's see what I want is at the next hearing we see where we're at.
Yes, sir.
What motions we got, we'll schedule them, then figure out whether we're going or coming from there. But if you'll look at any dispositive, serious motions, at least get them filed, and then we'll schedule them.
Yes, sir.
So we'll continue this one until 6/14, our next pretrial date, 9 a.m.
And Your Honor, I spoke with Ms. Davis, who's the prosecutor on this, and she was anticipating a continuance, so she doesn't object.
Very good.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse me.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Renwick Keel with a K.
Rudy Harper on behalf of Mr. Keel. He's before the court on 22 CF 464 and 22 CF 1304. He's represented by Mr. Gates as well, number 67 on docket 22 CF 2076. Judge, I am asking for one last continuance. We'll be ready for a plea or trial next cycle. I anticipate it'll probably be a plea, but this will be the last continuance.
Same.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just along for the ride.
Along for the ride. Okay. So we will continue this until 6/14. If the minute sheet can reflect, this will be the last continuance. We'll plea or go to trial next time if we can't get a result. Okay? Go.
Gates in front of that means
Thank you, sir.
David Pardo with a P.
Judge, this is David Pardo. He's before the court on 22 CF 2906, 22 CF 443, 21 CF 1390, and 20 CF 3142. If I may have just a moment. Judge, this will be a plea on 22 CF 443 to be adjudicated guilty. Sentenced to 12.9 months, Department of Corrections. On 20 CF 3142 to be adjudicated guilty. That's to both counts. Revoke and terminate supervision. 12.9 months, Department of Corrections concurrent on all counts and charges, credit for time served. I believe in return for a plea to those two charges, or counts rather, the state will enter a no pros in 22 CF 2906 and 21 CF 1390. Assess all applicable court costs. If I may approach, Judge?
You may.
And if the costs can go to judgments.
And are you in agreement as to the score sheet?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Stayed in agreement with this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. So, Mr. Pardo, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. It's basically on 2 of the 4 charges. It's adjudication of guilt, 12.9 months in the Department of Corrections, that they'll be served concurrent. In other words, they'll served all at one time. So it's basically a total of 12.9.
Yes,
You
Your Honor.
will get credit for all time served. So, had a chance to review this plea and sentencing agreement. Have you been able to read it and make sure you've discussed it with your attorney, to make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, Your Honor, my attorney has already explained it to me, and we already talked about it, so
You're
I
good.
understood, I understand. It's a concurrent 12-9, DOC time. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. And you do understand this will be a final resolution of your cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
So but you're waiving the right to go to a trial to get there?
Yes, Your
Okay?
Honor.
Okay.
Just real quick, Judge.
Yes, sir.
It's an adjudication on 3 counts, just because we're talking about 2 on the probation matter. Just want to make sure we're clear.
There, you're right. On two of the cases, 3 of the counts.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay. Do you understand that? One of your cases has 2 counts. Okay?
Okay, all right.
So, the first case is a burglary and a grand larceny. Those are 2 separate charges. And
Yes,
then
they are.
there's a second one. So it's a total of 3. But they're all the same thing, 12.9, all served concurrent. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Rayshawn Shocker.
Judge, if I may, just one moment. Judge, Mr. Schaffner is before the court on 21 CF 2362, 21 CF 2364, 21 CF 2399, 21 CF 3297, 21 CF 3299, and 22 CF 340. Judge, court has already signed an order requesting the mental health evaluation. That is still outstanding. I'd ask to continue this one cycle to see if we can get the results of that by June.
Stayed in agreement.
It's appropriate, Judge.
Very good. We'll continue this case till the next pretrial on 6/14/9.
Next judge is Marcus Snowden. He's before the court on 21 CF 2286. Judge, we do have multiple co-defendants on this case. It is a cold case. The court may recall I spoke up with respect to Jeff Tony. He was representing. We do have a cold case, and there are depositions that are set in May, so I'd ask to continue this one cycle. We are, for the court's context, either this will be the last round of depositions or it'll conclude shortly thereafter. We're almost done. We've done a number of depositions.
Very good. Stayed.
Without objection, Your Honor.
Court will grant the motion to continue till 6/14, which is our next pretrial, 9 a.m.
That should be Darius Wilson.
Judge, the last one that I have is Darius Wilson. He's present and approaching. He's before the court on 20 CF 998, 20 CF 999, 20 CF 2791, 21 CF 1350, 21 CF 1490, 21 CF 2700 and 22 CF 189. Judge, the state and I have been in contact and we've been discussing this case significantly, and I believe that we're going to have a resolution on docket day. We're incorporating some some substance abuse treatments. I provided proof of that to the state, his entry into it. His parents and family are taken care of. It's a private facility. We anticipate a plea on docket day.
Still be ready for that, Your Honor.
Very good. So the court will continue this docket day 4/17 without subpoenas. Hopefully it'll be a resolution.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Judge. I believe that's all I have today.
Thank you, Mr. Harper. You have a good day.
This is going to be Mr. Florence. We're letting Mr. Gates know that his clients are right now. He's in the attorney-client room trying to work out some
Okay.
last-minute deals he was given. He'll be right back, Mr. Florence. He's in talking to someone.
No problem.
May I address the court, Your Honor?
Sure.
Just wanted the court to be aware that I've sent back 5 or 6 agreements, so I'll need a little bit of time, and maybe 3 or 4 minutes apiece or something like that. So when Mr. Gates gets back, I'm going to need to talk to them about
Okay.
agreements.
So Mr. Gates has got several cases. Can you go back now after when he comes back?
So here's what's going on. We only have 367 here. We're still bringing the other ones up right now. The 367 to the final ones, which is why Madam Interpreter couldn't go first. Gates is back there talking to the ones that are through the 67. So we'll need maybe a few minutes. So we'll take a recess, and I'll call you when everybody's ready for you, and we'll get done.
And I have several continuances, or coming back docket day kind of appearances.
We'll work with you.
Yes, sir.
We'll work with you.
You have a full day today, huh?
Yes, sir. We have a full day.
You know, about like 97 over.
I apologize, Your Honor. I was trying to dot my i's and cross
It's all
my
right.
t's back there.
That was our
Hard to
fault.
be in 2 places at one time.
I told him it was our fault.
Yeah, this is going to be Mr. Florence. They have a plea agreement to be filed in his case. If I may approach, Your Honor. Okay. Right here, I'm flipping this. Because there were 2 some things and they just typed it up for error, but, something I read last night. This is why I give these to my clients ahead of time if I can, Your Honor. He caught one of my mistakes for me. May I approach?
Yes, you may.
I don't think Mr. Florence is going to score more than 44 points, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Florence is before the court in 23 CF 353, 23 CF 652, and 23 CF 653. He's going to actually be pleading no contest as charged in 23 CF 652 and 23 CF 653. In exchange for that plea, the states agreed to dismiss 23 CF.
Hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
Do you have all 3 of these? We only had 1 on our docket today. I want to make sure that the clerk's getting all 3 of the cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
You want me to go through them?
I'm pulling them up as he's speaking, as far as...
They're all 23 cases, 353, 652, and 653.
Yes, sir. And the 652 is a petty theft?
Correct. And the 53 is a petty theft.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. In exchange for the plea to those 2 cases, the state is going to dismiss case number 23 CF 353. In the 2 cases he's pleading to, in 23 CF 652, it will be 5 months county jail, concurrent with credit for all time served, no probation to follow, 515 court costs, 150 public defender fee, reserved over any restitution to Paradise Liquors. Defendant is entering a plea without having the opportunity to review discovery in either of those cases. In 23 CF 653, I had 652 again, 5 months county jail, concurrent with credit for all time served, no probation to follow, 515 court costs, 100 public defender fee, reserve of restitution to Paradise Liquors. Defendant, again, is entering a plea without having the opportunity to review discovery.
Okay. So that's the state's understanding.
State's agreement, Judge, just to make a brief record, 353 is being dismissed based upon the express request of it.
So, Mr. Florence, would you please raise your right hand, sir? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I see those same terms, I was reading it as he was saying it, are contained in the written plea and sentencing agreement that you have signed. So my first question is, have you reviewed this closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered regarding this plea agreement?
Yes, sir, but I have one more question if I may.
Okay.
What date does my...
Ask your attorney, and then if I can help, I'll...
Create the time series start
March 20th.
March 20th?
Mm-hmm.
So the credit for from
Both
March
cases.
23rd?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got arrested on February 23rd. This case is already out there. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Do I need time for that from the 23rd also or not?
Just from the 20th. When you're with the first appearance on these days.
Oh, I'm great. I'm good with that.
Okay. Your question answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just want to make sure you understand what you're doing and you're entering it freely and voluntarily. That's why I'm asking you these questions. So if you got any further questions, legal or otherwise, now's your time to do it.
Both those two cases, together, they're not
Yeah.
coterminous, like concurrent sentence coterminous, correct?
Well, it's different, but you arrested at the same time on both cases, so credit starts on the same date in both cases.
Independent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, this way, Mr. Florence, you each frame.
So,
Sorry.
I didn't quite finish with it. He was halfway through, he started asking
He
some
started
questions.
walking off, I thought.
That's all right. No, so, you got me all.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. So, just want to make sure you understand that by entering this plea agreement here today, you asked your questions, it's 5 months county jail credit for time served. On both these counts, they're concurrent. You heard all that. You do understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This
Yes,
will be
sir.
a final adjudication of your case. You believe it's in your best interest to do that today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea, and in exchange for the dismissal by the state of 23 CF 353 as to both 23 CF 652, 23 653. Both those cases will be adjudication of guilt, sentence the defendant to 5 months in the county jail. It will be concurrent. They'll run at the same time. You will get credit for all time served. There's some other issues, restitution, fees, and costs that are all contained in your plea agreement. Okay? Thank you.
Now, right, this way, Mr. Florence.
Now you
Frank,
can
Gale.
Thank you. Your Honor, this is Mr. Gale before the court. He's going to be in front of the court in 23 CF 320, or 230, I apologize, Your Honor. At this time, we have an order for the court. We filed a competency evaluation done by I think Dr. Zeman in this case, Your Honor, finding the defendant incompetent to proceed, recommending placement for Florida State Hospital.
Is the state in agreement?
Yes, Judge.
If I
Based
can-
upon the, go ahead.
If I can approach it with that order, Your Honor.
Very good. The court does find, and we'll sign the order, but the court does find, based on the evaluation, that the defendant is incompetent to proceed and is committing to the Department of Children and Families. We do need to have like a 6 month.
Yes, sir. I think the Florida State Hospital does that on their own, on a 6-month review.
Okay, so do we need to do anything further at this point?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
What's the determination?
Well, at this time, I think you're just going to be able, your attorney will explain it to you.
I'm going to outpatient, I'm going to residential.
Yes.
Yes. How much longer?
We'll see in about 6 months.
So I'm going to the residential?
Yes. Yeah. You just go with him. He'll tell you where to go today.
Yeah, right, okay. I'll get the door for you.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Hagan before the court in 22 CF 3156. He does have another case. It's going to be 23 CF 756 set for May 6th.
Would you give me the case numbers again? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. He's before the court today on 22 CF 3156.
Okay.
He has a new law that is scheduled for May the 16th for arraignment. It's 23 CF 756. I'd like to set this case with that case.
Has the information been filed in the new case?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor. That's why I want to put it with that so that I can try and resolve both.
So we'll continue 22 CF 3156 and run it along with 23 CF 756, and the arraignment you said is on May 16th?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll run them together.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh, your hammer strong?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Brock Hammerstrom before the court. He was scheduled for arraignment yesterday, so luckily he came back to court today for his other case. We have a plea agreement to be filed in both cases, Your Honor. Mr. Hammerstrom will be entering a plea to count 2 in each case number. First case number is going to be 23 CF 389. Second case number is 23 CF 447. If I may approach, Your Honor.
You may. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And it is going to be a plea to misdemeanor, so there'll be no court sheet, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Hammerstrom will be pleading no contest in count 2 of those informations. He'll be adjudicated guilty. In 23 CF 389, he'll be placed on 11 months and 29 days of probation through state probation. We're going to ask the court to waive the cost of supervision, assess the standard court cost and PD fee, required to do a substance abuse evaluation within 30 days of his release, recommend the treatment within 60 days, random urinalysis, 24 hours community service work, and state of dismiss count 1 of the information. And 23 CF 447, 11 months, 29 days probation consecutive for a total of 2 years of supervision, waive the cost of supervision, standard court costs and PD fee, random urinalysis, and 24 hours community service work. That'll be a total of 48 hours of community service work between both cases, Your Honor.
And count 1 of that case will be dismissed by the state as well, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. So, is it Hammerstrom? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hammerstrom, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So you heard your attorney state, put your hand down, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, right?
Yes, sir.
And I see that those same terms are contained in your written plea agreement that you have signed.
Yes, sir.
Have you gone over it? First of all, have you read this plea agreement closely?
I've read it closely. The only thing that was the adjudication.
Hold a second. Ask him the question. I'll put it up. Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
Did you get your question answered?
Yes, sir.
That's what I want to make sure you've had all your legal questions answered, because this will be a final resolution of your case. I just want to make sure that you know what you're doing and you're agreeing to it. That's what I'm asking these questions.
Yes, sir. I read it several times.
Okay. And you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that by entering this plea, you're waiving the right to go to a trial and waiving the right to confront witnesses, etc.?
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement here today. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on all counts, except for the ones that obviously that are being dismissed by the state, which are count 1 of each of the 2, the possession of a controlled substance. And the court will sentence you on both of these cases to 11 months, 29 days probation. There'll be fees and costs, and there's substance abuse evaluation and recommended treatment. Evaluation in 30 days, treatment in 60. These are consecutive probations, not concurrent. You can say they're stacked on top of one another. Total about 2 years. Okay? So, in exchange for that, the state dismisses count 1, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor, yes.
So, the one thing I would say to you, you know, we've got some work to do here. Don't take, a lot of people, hey, where do I sign, get out of jail, hey, I'm on probation.
Yes, sir.
Follow through, stay in touch, get on top of that, the evaluation of those services, and hopefully this will end up being a productive event.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Jonathan Holcomb? Mr. Holcomb?
Yeah, this is Mr. Jonathan Holcomb. Like Mr. Hammerstrong, he actually was set for yesterday for arraignment. We lucked out and he had another case scheduled for today. If I can let him sign this plea agreement. He actually got it yesterday, so I was able to review it overnight. I spoke with him before we came out and he had no other questions about the plea agreement.
Okay.
May I approach, Your Honor? And get the paper first.
And Your Honor, it does appear that Mr. Holcomb's going to score, so this would be a valid partial from this plea.
Okay. Would you announce the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Holcomb's going to be pleading no contest as charged in 23 CF 355 and to lesser included offenses in 23 CF 477. Count 1 is going to be battery, domestic violence. Count 2 as charged. Be adjudicated guilty all counts and cases. In 23 CF 355, count 1 is going to be 3 years of probation concurrent. And count 2, misdemeanor count is going to be 11 months, 29 days of probation concurrent. Waive the cost of supervision, standard court costs, public defender fee, reserve building restitution to Miss Jessica Ramsey. No contact with Miss Jessica Ramsey, required to do the batter's intervention program. And 23 CF 477, 11 months, 29 days probation concurrent between each count and each case. Standard court costs, PD fee, reserve over restitution to Miss Ramsey. No contact with Ms. Jessica Ramsey and a possible investigation of $82.50 to Niceville Police Department.
Stated agreement.
Yes.
Mr. Holcomb, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You heard your attorney, you can put your hand up. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
Is this your understanding of what the plea agreement is? Are you in agreement with it?
I will do, yes, sir.
Okay. Have you read this agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And you gone over with your attorney, make sure you have all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand by entering this plea agreement here today, you're waiving the right to go to a trial. So you're giving up some valuable rights. Right to confront witnesses and that whole thing.
Yes, sir.
Gone over that with your attorney? You
Yes,
believe that's in your best interest to do that?
I do.
Very good. So based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea and will, there'll be an adjudication of guilt on all counts and be sentenced to 36 months probation on count 1 of 23 CF 355. Count 2 would be 11 months, 29 days probation concurrent at all at the same time. The other case, 23 CF 477, another 11 months, 29 days probation, also concurrent. There are a number of fees and costs you must pay during the course of your probation. There's a couple other things that are important. Batter's intervention program. I'm sure you've had it explained to you. That's a lengthy program. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
If you don't follow through with that, you don't complete it, you're going to be in violation of probation.
I understand.
One thing I want to point out to you, I want you to be clear about this. No contact with Jessica Ramsey, okay?
Yes,
This is what I call a one-sided no contact. This isn't a mutual no contact. So guess what? She walks up to you in public, she calls you on the phone, you accept that call, who's in violation of this court order?
Me.
And what's gonna happen?
I don't want to be back in here, I know that.
Okay. That's what's gonna happen. I just want to tell you, I'm just going to say it straight. Don't let something, oh, I didn't realize, she tried to call me, she Facebooked me, and, and I, don't do it. Stay away. There's some problems here. Just leaving it at that. There's some problems here. Stay away. You stay away, you're going to get beyond this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
This way, sir, going to be your fingerprints.
And for probation, he lives in Niceville.
Mr. Jacobs? Mr. J. Jacobs?
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Jacobs before the court. The state and I have been kind of discussing, I guess, the potentials in his case. We've pushed for mental health court. The state's basically expressed to us that DOC is the only option they're considering at this point. Mr. Rogers did give me the number this morning, and I expressed that to Mr. Jacobs. I'd like to bring him back for Docket Day to get an opportunity to go over that in a bit more detail. He's asked me to take a look at his credit too, and then get an answer.
Okay, so we'll come back on Docket Day, which is next Monday, 4/17, in the morning.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have a chance to further discuss this and figure out where we're going.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You skip, on my list, we skipped over Hollaback. Hollaback, one of yours?
I do believe we filed a motion to continue that last week. It just hadn't.
It was just continued? Was it
Yes,
continued?
Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't see anything. We're not done with it.
That's just on my,
Yeah, we're not done with his. We still got more to go.
I know, but it skipped over. It was alphabetical. I'm just
Yeah,
wondering.
I skipped over him, okay.
Is Hollaback, is he here?
It was processed yesterday.
So it's continued. Okay, so
Yes,
it's continued.
he was a max, and I had them take him off the list to be safe.
So it's continued to 6/14?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Can you talk about David Cameron too, which is one of Mr. Medina's?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm advised by courtroom security that there was an issue that made Mr. Canamore not able to be transported.
He was being violent at the jail, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Canamore has cases 22 CF 2533, 22 CF 2534, 22 CF 2635. The court may recall, but he's on a second competency eval. It's being done by Dr. McDonald. Assistant State Attorney Sharpless has conversed with Dr. McDonald. It's going to be a while longer before Dr. McDonald can complete her evaluation.
She went out and visited, or she's waiting to write it up, or she's still trying to start?
I honestly, Judge, I don't know what happened, but she did not get the order. So when Mr. Medina and I were talking about Mr. Canamore's case and what we were going to do for the pre-trial conference or what needed to be done, he reminded me that we needed to check with Dr. McDonald and see if she'd gone to see him. I checked the clerk's website. I didn't see a docket entry that said the order had been emailed to her, so I got concerned that she never got it. I sent it to her. She said, no, I never got it. And she was like, I don't know what email it's being sent to, but it didn't get to me. So, but she did promise us that she does have some people who have been waiting for a while, but she will put him on the list as soon as she can because she knows the order was signed at the end of February.
That's a good case in point for us. When we're tracking these cases, we have so many cases that sometimes we have to follow up and make that phone call, and because people make mistakes. So so we're going to just continue it for...
Well, Your Honor, the court may wish to have sort of an interim status date rather than going all the way to June 14. That might be a possibility.
Has there been any evaluations completed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
A first evaluation was done by Dr. Zeman.
And it found what?
It found incompetent, but found that he might be able to go to the community. That was questioned by the state.
So once this one is finished, we should have enough information to make a decision, right?
To make a decision.
So why don't we do this? we'll set it for, and I'm open to suggestions, but we'll set it for our regular pretrial, 6/14. But if you get the report back, we'll get it, that's not a lengthy hearing. We can get it in the morning of a miscellaneous. We can pretty much do that almost, within a week or 2 weeks.
Agreed. I know nobody wants to protract matters, Your Honor. I'm sure Ms. Sharpless will act accordingly as soon as we find out anything.
And also in the meantime, Miss Leone in Crestview made me aware that she has a case she's transferring from me. He has a 23 CF case from an incident that apparently happened at the jail that's being transferred into our division to track with the other 3 cases he has.
And there could be another one based on today.
Brand new situation.
Yeah, and you've got mental health. You got to get him to where he's somewhere that he can be treated, so he doesn't
Yes, absolutely.
pick up more crime and violent outbursts at this thing. It's not a good place to be. Is in our jail with mental health problems. Anyway, we all know that. Okay, so we'll continue that to 6/14. That's all we're doing for here today.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's on?
If you want to give us a recess now, and I'll call you when we're ready, and that way that we can get the PD in there, because they've been in court every day to talk with some of their guys and get them squared away, and then I'll call you back.
We'll take a short break. I will be standing by.
All rise, please.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Backbone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boys Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Backbone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from
Please be seated.
We're going to do the Spanish-speaking individual first for the...
Okay. Who would that be, Mr. Medina?
Your Honor, this is Steve Medina with Gerson E. Arazo Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez is, I think, 94 on the docket for today in 23 CF 280. He also was scheduled to appear for arraignment yesterday in another related case. It's 23 CF 503. And if the court will permit, I would like to have the cases run together. I would like the cases on the docket today, 23 CF 280, I would ask to continue that to June 12th, pre-trial. And the 23 CF case, 23 CF 503, that had plea day yesterday that we could not complete, I would like to have him have a not guilty plea entered in that case and have it also is already on June, I guess it'd be June 14th on both of them, not the 12th.
My only question is, was the information filed in 23
Yes.
Yes, Your
CF
Honor.
503?
I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, we did file an information and we have no objection to running together.
So the court will accept the not guilty plea in the other case, 23 CF 503. And on this case, where there's a previous plea that's already been entered, the court will continue both of these matters to June 14th. That's our regular pretrial docket. And in the meantime, counsel meet with the attorney and try and determine, how the case is proceeding and what are the different options moving forward.
Yes, Your Honor. I think that we'll probably have to take significant depositions, and I will work with Ms. Basso in scheduling those. In some cases of this nature, it's possible to avoid juvenile type depositions. I will be conferring with Ms. Basso as if that's even a possibility. So we'll make that call in the next week or two. Thank you.
You should have this number.
Ask the defendant if he has any questions.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
That is all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you for your help as always.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Richard Lane.
Yes, Your Honor, this is Mr. Lane before the court. We had already continued his case. He had the hearing scheduled for Tuesday afternoon before time and order continuing his cases on Monday. Everything yesterday, we weren't able to get him off the transport list, so he's already scheduled.
What were we scheduled for yesterday?
It wasn't yesterday. It was just a continue. He had a hearing yesterday at 2:30. His motion to dismiss. Monday, the court signed an order continuing the case to May 16th, and then pretrial to June 14th.
So we have May 16th is when the motion to dismiss is scheduled for?
Yes, Your Honor. And the state and I are talking about a potential resolution.
Is that correct?
I need to speak with Mr. Lane some more and then talk with the state about that resolution.
Okay, so do we need to set pre-trial after that? Just set
It's already set, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. So everything is set and we're good to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And just going by alphabetical, we skipped over Jenkins. Is Michael Jenkins one of those?
That was the one, Your Honor, that I needed to refile the order of relieving the PD's office on that second case.
We need to do anything for that?
No, Your Honor. The court essentially let Mr. Harper represent Mr. Jenkins on both cases, and those will continue.
Matthew Peters.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Peters before the court. He and I briefly, prior to coming out, discussed the state's offer. I'd like to continue his case for me to schedule the rest of these depositions. I know I think the last pre-trial conference I kind of told the court the reason this was older. We've had a lot of movement on the case since then. We just need a little more time.
Okay, so we need to do a full cycle.
Yes, sir.
State? Agreed?
I'm sorry, yes, sorry.
Pay attention, Ms. Sharpless. It's your case.
Continue.
So we'll continue to
Yes.
6:14. 9. You have to multitask, Ms. Sharpless. You have to be able to do two things. Stay focused.
I was attempting
Two
to,
things equally.
not being successful.
That is impossible to do.
I can't say much better, Your Honor. The court's caught me off guard before.
You can't. You can't do two things. We try to, and it's impossible.
The clerks can, because I've seen them do it.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Wilson before the court in 3 cases. The state and I have discussed an offer. There's been an amended offer made in Mr. Wilson's cases. We're also working through discovery. I think again, this is another one I told the court the reason this is an older case, last cycle. We've had a lot of movement again. We're getting towards the end of resolution in all these cases. I just need a full cycle continuance for that.
The state agrees, Your Honor.
Court will continue this case to 6:14 and 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
for pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think that may be all I have other than one that's not here.
Did we have Joseph? We did Joseph Graham for with Mr. Harper, right?
Yes, Your Honor. And while Mr. McGee is out here, I'm going to jump up. There was a DeJuan Franklin on the docket, Your Honor.
Today?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's all I have left from Mr. Tate.
He was actually released from custody to go to Texas. He had a hold. We can continue this case to June 14th. It's a PTI. We're waiting for him to get released to sign the paperwork.
Okay.
Mr. Alcide?
Did we handle this earlier?
No, Your Honor, we did not, because he's not in custody. I wanted to address it because it was my last one.
Okay. You got a case number to make sure?
Yes, Your Honor. It's 21 CF 1265.
Do you want Alan first?
No, we can take care of it. You can call up, sir. I'm ready.
Can do. I wasn't here today. He's just bringing it up separate.
Yes, Your Honor. He was scheduled for court today because he's an inmate.
Okay.
He has a PTI that he signed, but Texas had a hold on him, so they finally got him. I need to move to June the 12th because he's got an ROR bond for that PTI paperwork.
Okay. So we'll schedule it for June 12th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, not June 14th.
He's out of custody.
He'll be out by then.
Yes, Your Honor.
He is out. State okay with that, Ms. Sharpless?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all the business I have before the court today, if I have any excuse.
You may. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Claude Alcide, ALCID.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Alcide is before the court. It should be docket 73.
I've got it.
And it's case 23 CF 219. And just for the record, Mr. Alcide, I believe is Haitian.
Yeah, I'm Haitian. I
If you don't
want
want such a case. Yeah.
I want deportation.
Yeah. So, Your Honor, we are going to be setting depositions. I'm also researching the possibility of a stand your ground motion. I don't know if there's any way to resolve this case on the short term, or do you think should we bring back on docket day, or do you think this is probably a full cycle continuance?
I would say.
Yeah. So we're going to ask Your Honor to continue to June 14 for depositions.
Very good. This is a new case. We'll continue to 6:14.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Hey, are you Dante Allen? Good to see you, sir.
Yeah. Your Honor, Dante Allen is before the court in docket 74, I think.
Correct.
Dante Allen is before the court in 21 CF 3092 and 22 CF 2122. I believe the state has the score.
Also 23 CF 198.
Yeah, oh, yes. I'm sorry, Judge.
That's all right.
My vision skipped over that 23 CF 198 as well, Your Honor. We have a plea agreement that I've been over that Ms. Sharpless has signed and that Mr. Allen is signing. and I'm signing it, and the state has a score sheet. He does not have over 44 points. Thank you. I'm approaching, if I may, Your Honor.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
I provided a copy of the plea and sentence agreement to probation. Your Honor, under this agreement, Mr. Allen would be admitting the violation. There would be adjudication of guilt as charged in 23 CF 198, which is the new law case. He was previously adjudicated guilty in the 2 VOP cases, 21 CF 3092 and 22 CF 2122. There would be revoke and terminate supervision, 9 months concurrent Okaloosa County Jail with credit for all time served, and he's advised and understands that the prior jail credit on the VOP cases won't be applicable to the new law case, so he's got to do the 9 months with credit for all time served in the 23 CF 198 case will kind of control when he gets out of jail. There would be revoke and terminate supervision, 9 months concurrent Okaloosa County Jail, as I stated. The VOP fee of $100 times 2, $615 court costs, $350 PD fees, and then we would ask that he have 6 months after release before monetary obligations go to collections.
One question I have is, under the agreement, the 9 months concurrent, is that for each of the 7 counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
So there's not 9 months for each of those, all concurrent?
Yes, Your Honor, okay. Concurrent across all cases and counts.
Very good. So, yeah, we have, that's correct. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 misdemeanors.
It would be
on the new charge, that one is new, but the other 3 on the DOTs, they timed out.
If they've already timed out, then it would not be needed.
Okay, good point. So,
thank you.
Mr. Allen, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And I see those same, put your hand up. I see those same terms are contained in your plea and sentencing written agreement.
Yes, sir.
I see you signed the back of it. Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered about this?
Yes, sir.
About this this agreement? You understand, importantly, waiving the right to go to a trial, waiving other valuable legal rights. You gone over all that with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this?
I do.
Okay, based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There'll be, the violations will be admitted, the adjudication of guilt on all counts. He was previously adjudicated guilty in the other, in 2 earlier counts. Revoke and terminate supervision. So you're going to be sentenced to 9 months in Okaloosa County Jail on each of the counts. Except you'll get credit for time served. But when you get out, no more probation or supervision. Got a bunch of fees and costs that will all be held until after you're released. Got 6 months and we'll go to collection.
No.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Send that video. Your Honor, Steve Medina, docket 76 with Cedric T. Beecham and 20 CF 856, 20 CF 1938, and 22 CF 2923. I've advised Mr. Beecham that the state has rejected his offer of a 24-month suspended sentence would be unsuspended on the VOP cases, and then the 12.1, there would be a 12.1 on the new law case, concurrent, and that the state has said no to that. I've asked the state to consider, and he has not said that he wants to take it, but to consider would it allow a 24-month across the board DOC sentence with credit for all time served, with the understanding that he wouldn't be having the prior VOP jail credit applied to a new 24-month sentence on the new law case.
So you guys are still in the midst of your negotiations?
I don't know. We may be at an impasse, and really Mr. Beecham controls that. I think that Ms. Sharpless has said that she's thinking it all over. She has by no means said that she would do a 24-month deal, but I think it would be in his best interest to let her mull it over and come back on docket day rather than having it set for a VOP evidentiary.
Dave, okay with coming back on docket day?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So we'll come back on docket day to let Ms. Sharpless consider all this, and we'll figure out where we're going, plea or continue, or plea or set the VOP on 4/17.
It's just
either way, I know I got to move on. No, it's
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Beecham. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
You were mad, but I think our last time I'll probably go see.
Oh, man. Thomas, let me check that.
I'm going to tell you for long. Thank you.
Thomas Blankenship.
Your
Honor, Mr. Thomas Blankenship is before the court. I think it is docket 77 on the new docket.
Correct.
23 CF 68. We are setting depositions. I don't know if they've been set yet, but we're working on it. I'm asking to continue his case to next cycle. I don't think there's an objection.
No objection.
Court will continue this case to 6/14, so a new case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, Mr. Trayvon Blunt is approaching. Take the time. Your Honor, he is dockets maybe 78 and 79. I'm not sure.
78 and 79.
Yes, Your Honor. 20 CF 1879 and 22 CF 2355. I'm asking for him to return on docket day for a plea or continue. He has made a proposal to the state. Ms. Basso is thinking that over, and we'll be looking at that. We also have done a lot of work on the case, including depositions. There is some discovery that we've given the investigations a jump drive to download some additional discovery, but more or less we're doing everything we can if it doesn't get resolved. But I do think it should be a plea or continue, Your Honor.
The state would agree, Your Honor, and Mr. Medina, even though I won't be here at docket day, I'll make sure I get back to you prior to that, so you have time to talk to Mr. Blunt.
Thank you.
And then we would be ready most likely next cycle if it does go to trial.
Okay. That's what I was thinking, because we've had pretty much time. We're not going to go to trial this time, but this will probably be the last continuance if you guys can't resolve it.
Yes, Your Honor. I think we've isolated this one discovery issue, and that we have a means of resolving it in short order.
Very good. Thank you.
See you Monday. The docket day is
Monday.
Monday, yes. I get days. Is it Monday?
Monday.
Monday.
17.
Yeah, it all just, it's a blur. Your Honor, Steve Medina with Caleb Lincoln Blunt, Boone. Mr. Boone's case is, I think, 80 on the docket, 22 CF 2779. We have depositions set for June 7th. However, it's possible the case will get resolved if we can have him come back on docket day for a plea or continue. That may moot the need for depositions. This really kind of comes down to a restitution issue is involved in it, and so you're thinking about what you want to do, so we'll come back on docket day.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Come back on 4/17, which is docket day.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Deontay, how do you say his name? Deontay, I'm sorry, sir. Bradby is before the court on docket number 81. Cases 18 CF 1025, 18 CF 1646, and 21 CF 2615. I have communicated to the state his proposal to do a probation deal or a time serve, something that would resolve this case. He did do significant time at Florida State Hospital. The state is looking into things. We also have an evaluation pending, a confidential evaluation pending that I'm not going to go into on the record, but basically we need to continue this. So we need to, if the court will permit, have him return on docket day on the 17th, Your Honor.
Okay, so docket day will be good, or do we need a full cycle?
No, I think docket day would be good.
Okay, we'll come back on docket day, which is next Monday, 4/17. Okay, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. William Branch is before the court. We probably could have done a continuance because we have depositions set that he's previously been advised of, set for May 24th. There are 3 cases. He's docket number 82, 22 CF 2390, 22 CF 2397, and 22 CF 2412. There are numerous depositions taking place in all three cases. May 24th, I think, is the date, and so we could continue to next cycle is probably the appropriate step.
State?
That's accurate, Your Honor.
Very good. We'll continue this to the next pretrial on 6/14.
No. I'll let you know that. Yeah, we're looking into it. I always remind you.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll double check.
Thank you.
Robert Brewster? Your Honor, Mr. Brewster is before the court. I'm not sure the docket number.
I've got it.
But his case
Brewster is not.
This is Robert Brewster, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What case number?
This is 23 CF 60, I think.
Yes, sir. You put him on Monday. He was on the docket Monday, and you said you put him on today.
Okay.
And, Your Honor, I am asking to have him return on docket day for a plea or continue to see if we can resolve the case at that time.
Very good. Plea or continue on Monday, 4/17.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna. Brad?
Your Honor, Bratton is, the court entered it. This is Mr. Burton. If I may just explain on Michael Walter Bratton. I believe an order was entered, but he has not been transported from DOC. I don't have an explanation as to why that didn't occur. He's not at the jail. I've tried to meet with him at the jail and he's not there. I think an order to transport was entered.
Your Honor, this is a case that Mr. Moore had, and then he had to get off the case, and Mr. Medina's recently retained. I think that order might have even been done before Mr. Medina. Did you do that order, or did Mr.?
So what's
the status of the case? Where are we at with Brad?
We were trying to bring him back to work out something.
Where is he?
He is,
DOC?
I think he's at Walton CI.
How's it in order? I mean,
Order to transport.
what happened, Your Honor, is that there was an order, I think an order to transport prior to the public defender being involved, or, and then we learned that he was actually at a different facility, so we did a revised.
So what do we need to do so this one doesn't fall through the cracks? I just want to.
Ask I believe the sheriff department needs to coordinate with and go get him. I don't know why it didn't happen.
It clearly states on the order for them to bring him from Walton CI to here for today's date.
I don't know why it didn't occur.
Okay, somebody.
Is the sheriff's office is supposed to do it, or the Walton's supposed to do it?
I think it's directed to our sheriff, but there's sometimes, there are coordination issues that are kind of
Well, if somebody will just fall.
Corrections and or Okaloosa County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, the first name is Michael.
Yeah, I did look for him on Saturday. He wasn't back yet, so unfortunately.
We just don't want to lose.
Right.
Lose track.
So when are you going to come on?
I think.
Why don't we go ahead on this case? What were we bringing him back for a plea?
No, Your Honor, it's from the PD's perspective, it's a brand new, fresh case. We're inheriting from somebody who can't handle the case. However, my understanding is he's on a lengthy DOC sentence for something maybe comparable or similar, and so he'll probably want a concurrent coterminous resolution. It may be viable, I don't know.
We were attempting to work something concurrent with Walton County out, and then Mr. Moore had to get out the case before we could.
Okay, so what do we need to do to move the case forward? Set it for a case management on pretrial? Full cycle pretrial?
Your Honor, I am sure that the sheriff department will look into this right away. We could probably, if he can get here on docket day, I'm sure all efforts can be made, and we could just have him return on docket day for a plea or continue, and maybe we get him in the next 3 or 4 days, and then maybe we can make some progress.
That's fine. Let's put it on the docket day before soon. At least we'll be able to talk about it and figure out where we're going.
Well, Judge, I'm thinking in any event we can find out. If we can't get him here by docket day, we can at least find out where this needs to go, when he can get here, that kind of.
Very good.
And I'm going to jail on Friday, maybe he'll be here.
Okay, very good. Now,
this is Mr. Thomas Burton Jr. Before the court, docket number 84. And he has two cases, 22 CF 1224 and 22 CF 1647. And Your Honor, the one that we're planning to go to trial this cycle is 22 CF 1647. I've met with Mr. Burton. It's his desire to have trial this cycle. There was one, the ride-along person that we wanted to do a deposition, but we didn't have an address on that individual. Mr. Burton has been advised of that, wants to proceed to trial. I don't think that's a material disadvantage to him to proceed to trial without that deposition, so I certainly think we're ready for trial.
okay, so we'll come back on docket day 417.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll try and get this thing ramped up. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's real Chartrand.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Chartrand. Yes, he was here yesterday morning, and thankfully he's on the docket today, so we can resolve his cases. It was just a timesheet issue that we got the timesheet that I'm going to show him, Your Honor, with a somewhat, I think, a slight reduction. May I just confer with him then? Two things.
She wanted to add no contact with Rita Missouri or Rose Fair. You're good with that, right? So go ahead and initial that original one. You're good with this right there then.
And just
your score is revised.
no.
That's basically doing a plea bargain so that you don't have to go to jury. Even that, we keep a number of us you can be on there.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir, but you can If I may approach with the agreement, Your Honor,
You may.
as well as the score sheet. And Ms. Sharpless did need to sign it, but it has the additional language put in the initial. You still have that copy?
What was it?
Chartrand's agreement, I'll give you my copy. I may not have an extra copy, but may I approach your room?
You may.
Your Honor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give probation my copy and just make a photocopy, so a picture so I can announce the terms.
Very good.
Very good, sir. It's not a problem. There we go. Your Honor, under the agreement that Mr. Chartrand has worked out with the state, he would resolve his basically the two cases that are in the criminal felony division, the 22 CF 2721 and 22 CF 3012, and the state has also agreed to resolve with him in an exercise of judicial economy the 22 MM 4295 case, and those various charges are set forth in the agreement. Of course, the state is agreeing to dismiss count 1 of 22 CF 3012, which was a false imprisonment charge, and that would be in exchange for the following: adjudication of guilt as charged in 22 CF 2721 and as charged on counts 2 through 4 in 22 CF 3012, 1 year concurrent community control on felonies, followed by 30 months concurrent probation on felonies. There would be 11 months, 29 days concurrent probation on count 4 of 22 CF 3012. There would be time served in the misdemeanor case 22 MM 4295. He would have to complete the batterer's intervention program. He will have to get a mental health evaluation within 30 days of release with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days of release. No alcohol, no drugs except as prescribed, random urinalysis, 615 court costs in 22 CF 2721, 967 court costs in 22 CF 3012, 270 court costs in 22 MM 4295, a total of 300 PD fees, taking into account that I believe the customary PD fees in a misdemeanor case are 50 rather than 100. That is the agreement, Your Honor.
I have an additional writing, just handwritten, violent contact with Bridget,
Yes,
Salway, and Rose Fair.
Yes, I just want to make sure that probation officer Becker is aware of that. Mr. Becker, so it's going to be no violent contact with Bridget Masui and Rose Fair. I'm sorry I didn't write on your copy.
Yes, sir.
That's the state's agreement?
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor. This is a downward departure. It's based on the legitimate uncoerced plea bargain, which is based on input from both of the victims in this case who wished to drop charges. In both of these cases, the state wasn't willing to do that, but this is the middle ground that allows him to get the treatment that the victims were requesting, but also not have to go to prison. I do understand their request for him not to go to prison. That was mainly the request for the charges to be dropped. So this is the middle ground.
And there were also, I think there were also law enforcement alleged victims
Correct.
too. So.
Yes.
Mr. Chartrand, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You heard your attorney state the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
Now, I was following it, and it's the same one that's contained in the written plea agreement that you have signed.
Yes, sir.
Have you read this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney to make sure you have all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
and you understand that this will be a final adjudication, you're waiving a bunch of rights to contest this, to confront witnesses, etc. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Based upon the testimony, the court will accept your plea. The court will dismiss count 1, 22 CF 3012. On all counts, there'll be adjudication of guilt, and there will be for the felonies will be 1 year community control, followed by 30 months probation, and the misdemeanor will be 11 months, 29 days probation, which are concurrent. So basically the total is 1 year community control followed by 30 months probation, regular probation. Some other things, important things, mental health evaluation, follow-up with treatment, fees and costs have to be paid over the course of this. No drugs, alcohol, random urinalysis. So, Batter's Intervention Program, are you familiar with that?
Not really, sir.
Do you understand it's a lengthy program? It's putting here a 6-month program weekly.
Okay. All right. I see a doctor out on the street for my mental illness, so that should be no problem.
But the Batter's Intervention is different. That's a set program to address domestic violence issues. You try and reduce those.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
you take it seriously. It's a very international program.
All right.
Kind of tried and true.
Yes,
So
sir.
it takes some effort. My point in saying all this is that this isn't the end. Everyone wants to sign these things and get out of jail. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, but you got more work to do. You need to focus on this for the next couple of years and get this thing behind you,
Yes, sir.
so you don't get caught in violating in the back end here.
Yes,
They're
sir.
asking for jail sentence because community control is generally the last step before
Yeah.
jail. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I just
We
went.
have the time frame to pay the 22 and then 1495, we just got time frame.
Yes, it was, yes. Your Honor, could he have 90 days to pay any cost in 22 MM 4295 prior to them going to collections?
That'd be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Afternoon.
1 second, sir. What's that? No, you can keep it. I'm sorry, Your Honor, this is Mr. Colhart and docket number 88, I believe, Jason Christopher Colhart. Yes, Your Honor, the cases, just for the record, there are VOP cases, 19 CF 2339, 20 CF 341, 20 CF 298, 20 CF 299, 20 CF 588, and a new law case, 22 CF 3184. We are setting depositions in the new law case. I'm asking to continue this to next cycle to allow those depositions to take place.
No objection, Your Honor.
Without objection, the court will continue this for a full cycle to 6/14, 9 a.m. Hopefully, be able to get those depositions and figure out where we're going with this case.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Your Honor, approaching is docket number 90, Eric Wayne Davis. Mr. Davis is signing his plea agreement that the state has signed and we've been over. We do need a score sheet. there's going to be probation in this one, so I'm going to give probation a copy, of course. And there's a copy for you. We good? We good. We may have your indulgence, Your Honor, just a moment. You want to just submit that later?
No, you can go ahead and I'll fix
Okay.
this.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Your Honor, under the agreement, Mr. Davis would be adjudicated guilty as charged. He's got a felony possession, a controlled substance, and a misdemeanor paraphernalia. The state is agreeing to not file on an FTA, no filing of charges on the FTA. 2 years probation on the felony with automatic early termination at 1 year if he fully complies with no violations. Substance abuse evaluation within 30 days of release with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days of release. 50 hours community service, random UAs, $615 court costs, 150 PD fees, and time served on the misdemeanor paraphernalia. Thank you. May I just show him the score sheet, Your Honor? Sure. Yeah, I've gone over the score sheet with him, Your Honor. I'll approach with that. Thank you.
Thank you. The defense is okay with the score?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is the state in agreement with the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Davis, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I was following along on your written plea agreement, which says the same thing. You signed. Have you reviewed this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered about the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
I understand the big thing is you're waiving the right to go to a trial. It's the final adjudication of your case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea here today?
I do, sir.
Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt as charged on both counts. As to the misdemeanor possession of paraphernalia, we would just get credit for time served with some fees and costs. As it relates to the possession of controlled substance, you'll receive 2 years of probation. You will get an automatic termination if you fully comply and there's no violations. Part of the conditions of the plea is that you would have a substance abuse evaluation within 30 days and follow recommended treatment and some community service hours. The fees and costs will have to be paid during the course of the probation.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Stay in good contact with your probation officer. That's the key to this whole thing.
Yes, sir.
There we go. David's going to get fingernails first. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Brett, Raw?
Your Honor, approaching is Brett Roll, R-O-L-L-E. You pronounce it Roll?
Yes, sir.
He was originally in the docket as John Doe.
Right.
And he is docket number 92, I believe, 22 CF 2918. And we have an agreement, Your Honor. It is for lesser included offense misdemeanors. It would allow him to resolve his case without a felony, so there would be no score sheet. I just want to make sure I've got a photocopy, Your Honor. I think I have extra copies. And if I may approach.
You may. Thank you.
Yes, I have extra copies. Your Honor, into this agreement, Mr. Roll will be adjudicated guilty, but it's to lesser included offense misdemeanors on both counts. First off, the burglary of an occupied conveyance is being resolved as a first-degree misdemeanor trespass. The count 2, which was a misdemeanor resisting without violence, will be resolved for disorderly conduct. And there will be on count 1, 11 months, 29 days probation on the trespass. Count 2, the disorderly conduct, there will be a consecutive term of 6 months probation for a total of 1 day, just shy of 18 months probation. And this probation, my understanding is it could be supervised by JCS. I didn't write, this is not written in the agreement, but do we need to write that in the agreement, Your Honor, or is that understood?
Does that need to be in the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
It's a card for JCS.
Yeah, that's where you're going to go. If I may approach, Your Honor, I'll
Sure, come on.
write that language on there. Thank you.
Sure.
And there was
Your pen?
yeah, that's not the problem. My colleague did me a favor in writing up the agreement, but I know Madam Clerk is going to want to know the lesser included offense, the statutory numbers. So the trespass is 810.082A. Did you get that, Madam Clerk? And then the disorderly conduct is 877.03. And I am writing on here supervision by JCS. May I approach Judge?
You need to get your client's signature on this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right?
I failed to get your signature. Okay.
Sure.
We have 4 inmates left, so I can probably head up there soon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Roll, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you heard your attorney, you can put your hand down, you heard your attorney explain the terms of the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you just signed.
Yes, sir.
Have you gone over this agreement? Question?
I apologize, Your Honor. I may not have completed the recitation of the terms and conditions because I got sidetracked on the JCS issue. Should I make sure I've stated them all on the record?
Sure.
Okay. I think I got down through the 18 months of probation. He'd be able to automatically early terminate probation at 12 months, waive costs of supervision, $275 court costs, $150 public defender fees, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days from release, and any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days of release, random urinalysis. The plea will subject Mr. Roll to deportation. You are a Bahamian citizen, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You're 19 years old, is that also true?
Yes, sir.
You've never been in any prior trouble, right?
Yes, sir.
But you're still subject to deportation, you understand?
Yes, sir.
No trespass at Walmart in Destin at 15017 Emerald Coast Parkway, Destin. No contact with the victim, Miss Nelia, N-E-L-E-A, Turcan, T-U-R-C-A-N. Thank you.
Okay. So, let's start over again. You heard the full rendition of the plea. It's contained in here as well.
Yes, sir.
Have you gone over this? I just want to make sure you understand this.
Yes,
fully.
sir.
Have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into this plea, this will be a final resolution of this case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're not going to a trial. This will put it to bed. Okay? But importantly, there are some key things in it. This isn't the end, because you still have to do a substance abuse evaluation. You have to follow recommended treatment. No trespassing. You got to follow up with your probation officer, and as your attorney said, I don't know what the situation would be with immigration or with deportation, but it could affect it. That's all we're saying.
Yes, sir.
Just want you to be aware, and I want you to say, well, I didn't realize that.
Yes, sir.
So you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
And you believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement?
Yes, sir, I believe.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement and be an adjudication of guilt on the lesser included charges of trespass and disorderly conduct. Count 1, just less than a year of probation. Count 2, 6 months probation. That's a total of about 18 months. Okay. Key thing on all this: stay in good contact with your attorney, with your probation officer. Okay. So that you can understand what you need to do, where you need to be, so you don't get it. And that's the key to this whole thing: staying in contact with your probation officer.
Sir.
And don't fool around at Walmart. You should tell all people, don't mess around with Walmart. There's a reason why they're the largest corporation in the world. They don't let people steal from them. It's like an armed. Anyway, there's a reason.
Your Honor, may I explain one other thing on the record?
Sure.
Just because you're 19 and you may be confusing. ICE may come to get you, okay? And then what will happen after that, we don't know. But if you're in the state of Florida or the United States, you have to immediately report to the JCS probation officer at that address on that card. So if it's tonight or a day from now or 2 days from now, you immediately go there.
I think he just has to call, actually.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure that he does whatever intake is appropriate. So, because we don't know, it may be a week that you get released, or maybe you get deported, but hopefully you get to make contact with them. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hello, sir. You ready to sign?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. Very good. Very good.
Your Honor, Mr. Malcolm Dunmore is before the court, docket 9322 CF 2556. We have a signed plea agreement, Your Honor, and a score sheet I do need to show him very briefly. Based on that. So basically, it's not an hour. So you're not scoring. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just going to hand probation and a copy because they will need to be informed.
You're okay with the score sheet, Mr.?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's going to announce the terms.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
That's for you.
Your Honor, under this agreement, Mr. Dunmore will be adjudicated guilty as charged. It was on a felony battery charge. There's going to be 3 years of standard probation, but it's with a special condition of bars to bed Haven House, and we have written confirmation that they are accepting him. It is a 12-month residential treatment program, and he will be required to enter and successfully complete that, and it's bars to bed, so they're going to transport you there. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Random urinalysis, batter's intervention program, $967 in court costs, $150 in PD fees, and no violent contact with Kaylee Roswell.
Yes, sir.
Kaylea Roswell.
Okay. Mr. Dunmore, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court, the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see it's contained in this written agreement that you've signed. Just want to make sure you understand it. First of all, you've read the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Understand that you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This to be a final adjudication.
Yes, sir.
Believe this is in your best interest here?
Yes, sir.
I'd commend you for agreeing to this bars to bed Haven House. Okay, that's going to take some effort.
Yes, sir.
You're stepping up to the plate to try and make a change. That's important. A lot of people don't do that. So, one of the things I've been, unfortunately, in this system as judges, we're on the front lines of substance abuse addiction. We're right on the front line. We see it every day. And one thing I've learned about addiction and drugs is that it's got to start right here.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's a basic thing. It's got to start. You got to want to. Even then, it's tough. But you got to start. If you don't want to, it ain't gonna ever happen. You know a lot of people that don't want to. Right?
Yes, sir.
And that's when they just keep going. They want to make that change. So I commend you for doing that. The court will. There'll be an adjudication of guilt, 3 years of probation, bars to bed, Haven House, the other random urinalysis, and the batter's intervention program. That'll be. Will he do the batter's intervention when he gets out of Haven House, or do they have it? I don't know whether they do it at the time.
I think it may be necessary to do it after he gets out.
Whatever, they'll let him know. He's got enough time to do it either way.
Yes, Your Honor. And he reached out on his own for Haven House. We were in the process of working on other options, and it's to be commended he did that on his own, and so it's a great outcome for his family, and we hope for the best. I think the state has a statement.
Your Honor, the victim, this agreement is basically due to the victim's input. She did want the charges dismissed. The state was unwilling to do that. This incident was captured on video and it was pretty severe. So I need Mr. Dunmore to understand that he needs to go to Haven House. He needs to get treatment, and the state will be requesting prison for the first violation.
Yes, ma'am.
These were all cards on the table.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Appreciate it, sir.
Next up is Nigel Irvin.
Your Honor, Mr. Nigel Nicholas Irvin is before the court, and docket number 9522 CF 1639. This is one of Ms. Basso's cases. We've been working to schedule Missouri depositions. We haven't scheduled those depositions. I do not know if we need to have them return on docket. You won't be here on docket day, but I know it's just really hard to get time on Ms. Basso's calendar to go out of state.
There's no question.
Yeah, so I think we need to do a full cycle continuance. It's not because of lack of effort on trying to schedule things, but we do need to get a date back.
It's basically pretty much a 3-day trip, Your Honor. The court's well aware of the court schedule, so.
And
we'll do our best.
Ms. Basso's in multiple courts, obviously, and we had things on the front burner, and then we thought things were going to work out, and then we had to front burner them again, and they're front burner now. So we're trying to do everything to get to trial, and hopefully this next cycle.
Very good. So we'll continue this till 6/14.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John Ewing.
Your Honor, this is John Jacob Ewing. Mr. Ewing is docket number 9622CF2460. I'm going to request that we return on docket day for a plea or continue. I hope that we can maybe figure something out. I know you won't be here on Monday, but it's possible we can work something out.
I will have email.
Right.
So if you want to shoot it to me, I'll try to look at it.
Okay.
And let you know for sure.
Okay.
All right. So we'll continue this until docket day 4/17.
Yes, sir. We'll still try to work something out if we can. I will be in touch. I just won't be physically present on Monday.
And I'll be meeting with him on Friday to see if we can figure out a very good possibility. Thank you. Your Honor, this is Damon O'Neill Pittman before the court, docket number, docket number 97, case 23 CF 200. Your Honor, we are setting depositions. There's also video that's needed. I do think it's possible. Can we have him return on docket day for a plea or continue? Or do you think it's one where we full cycle?
I would say full cycle.
So, Your Honor, the state doesn't see a resolution on Monday that would meet his goal of being free. And so we're going to have to set those depositions so we can do a full cycle continuance.
Very good. We'll continue this till 6/14 to allow the depositions to be conducted.
Well, may I have one moment with him, Your Honor? I'm sorry. Your Honor, may I could I have the court's indulgence to speak with the state for one second?
Sure.
Okay, I apologize.
Mr. Rogers, would you come here for a second? Yes. On another case.
Across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaysTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Your Honor, we've had discussions. If I can change my request rather than a full cycle continuance, if we could meet Mr. Pittman back, return on docket day on the 17th of this month for plea or continue, we may be able to resolve the case.
Okay, very good. So we'll come back on the 17th. Plea or continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. I think that's the wrap.
There may be one or two housekeeping questions, Your Honor.
You have a couple. She has a couple. Can you deal with Sherry?
Yeah, we did deal with Mr.